Oh, yeah, baby. You know what it is. Welcome to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. Tonight, we're going to be breaking down that heartbreaking, hair-ripping out of your fucking head game against Chelsea. We're going to be talking about the other Italian clubs in Europe, and we're going to get you ready for Hellas Verona on the weekend. Let's go!
Welcome to Milan Weekly Podcast, Coast to Coast, with your hosts, Geo and Fabio.
Benvenuti nella casa della Giro in area, si gira, sinistro, rete, gol capolavoro di Olivier Giroud.
Mignon with another magical save.
Coast to coast del numero 19.
Leao carica il mancino. Eccolo qua, Rafa Leao.
Il Milan è campione d'Italia.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. I'm Fabio, joined always by my boy Geo, and we are
Milan coast to coast, baby.
Yeah, damn right, baby. We here, we live from New York and Southern Cali, as we always are every Wednesday night. We want to thank you for joining us right now. And if you're watching this video, please do us a solid, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed, because we're gonna be doing this all season long. Some would say we are the good luck charms. It's ever since me and Gio got together, Milan's champions. We're going to keep with that, right, G?
Yeah, we're keeping it up, Fabio.
Guys, listen. So tonight is our 10th episode of our second season. It's entitled A Night to Forget. And, of course, I'm talking about the game last night on Tuesday, which we're going to get in Milan. But before we go on, we got a special guest with us, so we got to bring him in. I was hanging with this guy at the 40/40 Club. Our guest of the channel, friend of the channel, one of the 5 family members, our boy Mark from Club Boston. Mark, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I'm super excited that you invited me on for this episode. I'm honored to talk about this miserable game.
Listen, man, I know it's not what we probably would hope to talk about, but listen, you and me, we got to experience some great things on Saturday. So let's just kind of start with that. From Milan to many event at the 40/40 Club on Saturday against Juventus. Just an outstanding event. And Mark, you were there a little earlier than I was because you actually got to go in early and set yourself up, get everything ready, help the New York club. So talk about your experience on Saturday.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, so me and my wife drove down on Friday morning. We headed down and we went to the Puma event on Friday night to actually get to hold the trophy, which I wasn't expecting. I thought we were just going to.
Yeah, we all know because we got to see you all over that damn promotion that they put out.
Yeah,
if you go check out Milan's Instagram, because you will see Mark many times in their latest video.
Yeah, so we did that, and then Saturday was awesome. I mean, I woke up. So the plan was Franco had reached out to me and just asked if I could come early just to help set up, just to have some extra hands. And then he ended up texting saying, "Can you actually come a little bit earlier?" And I was right down the street my hotel was right down the street, so that wasn't a problem for me. So I got there around 9 and just started setting up and taking orders. He told me where to set up, where to hang the flags, and it was a great family reunion. And then it got better and better from there. I mean, it was great to see everyone again because I went last year, and that was a great time.
Where we first met.
That's right, yeah. And I think I said this on one of the Instagram posts, but I didn't think it could be topped, and this definitely topped it. It was not just because of the trophy. Obviously, the trophy added a lot, but just seeing familiar faces and more faces than last year, it was incredible.
Having Florenzi literally sit right behind us, outstanding. I mean, it was a great event. I mean, and honestly, besides seeing Florenzi, seeing the trophy, getting to experience a game with so many people, just to be able to hang with you guys from Boston, hang out with Philly, hang out with the rest of the New York guys, even hanging out after the game was over. Some of the best times, man. So if next time, just so you guys know, if you're in the area, if you're planning to be in New York next year, because there's a good chance Milan, what was it, Mark? I think Franco had said it on Monday. They had almost 300 people last time. Now it was over 550. So just think about next year with more planning, more people knowing to get to this event. Like we always say, we trying to push 1,000 and more, baby. We're always pushing subscribers here. We hope to get like 1,000 next time, if that's even possible with the venue. Probably not, but it still was such a good time, man. And all that was missing was our Montreal boys and our Cali kid. But hopefully next year, man. But I mean, me and Mark actually got to hang out with Peter Morgan, who I'm not exactly sure what his position is with Milan, but he was an awesome guy just to kind of shoot the shit with at the bar after. He was really nice, kind of talking to us about like his experience working there, seeing Borese, and what was the other guy? Oh man, I always forget this guy's name. Daniele, is it Massaro? No,
Massaro, yeah.
Yeah. They have desks, he said, like kind of like looking at each other. So their joke at the office is like they stare into each other's eyes all day. But like just to think, he goes there, he'll see Maldini and be like, damn, I can't believe I work, Paolo Maldini's right there. Like I work for Milan. It's just, he was such an awesome dude, really capped everything and made me very jealous, Mark. Very jealous that I couldn't go to the trophy and the Puma store the day before because you blew up all over the social media of Milan. Really awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I bumped into Peter Morgan when I was checking into my hotel. He was apparently staying at the same place. So I had a Milan Club Boston put together a little care package for him. So it's actually saved me the trouble of having to carry it over to the Puma store. So, a little local beer and a shirt, a couple of shirts and a hat. So
that's awesome.
He's a great guy. He's definitely trying. I hope he stays at Milan forever because he is trying to. He hears us. He hears the fans. He hears us. He knows that North America is a sleeping giant, and he wants to wake it up. So I hope he gets the resources to do that.
Yes, please. I hope so, man. But just to kind of cap it off, I just want a special shout out to the New York City Club and Franco. Everything they do to set up events like this, they push really hard. They always do great things for the club, and they're always open to help other clubs. So special shout out to Franco out there because, again, he's probably like, fuck, shut up already. But like, if it wasn't for Franco, I would have never found Milan Weekly Podcast. I was just a schmuck watching it at home with my father or watching it on my phone by myself. While there's so many Milan fans out there, clubs popping up in every city now. So it really is a great thing, man. But Gio, are you having FOMO yet? Are we making you be like, God damn it, you sons of bitches? I wish I could have went.
Nah, man. Just one question. Hey, Mark, did they have any of the championship shirts in that Puma store, or are they still dropping the ball?
What do you think?
I'm gonna say they dropping the ball. Like,
yeah,
I'd be surprised if they had any Milan stuff in the store while the trophy was there.
They did. They did. They didn't have actually a lot of. It wasn't just Milan though. The team selection isn't huge. It's mostly sneakers and like Puma branded, apparel. There is a small club section with like Milan, City, Dortmund, but it's not like the Casa Milan store or anything like that.
Yeah, I bet, man. And listen, I got a little care package I went home with. Mark was unbelievably kind enough. I was gonna text him. That's the funny part. I was gonna text him and say, please bring me a scarf. I'll give you the money. This guy's like, no, it's my gift here. I was so excited. And then David ends up giving me one for Philly, and it's the exact one I wanted with it's always Rossonera and it's Philly. I love it, man. Two of the best guys, Franco, Mark, and Dave, the best ambassadors you can get. I think I put it on a post, but I'm going to say it again because
I don't know if I should be on that list.
Unbelievable, bro. No, really. But listen, that was the best thing that's happened in the last 4 or 5 days, all right? Because eventually we have to move past the weekend because we whipped you his ass, and it shouldn't have been a surprise. Yeah, G.
My shit, I love the event, man. I just love seeing everybody, from Twitter Spaces come together. I seen you out there with Matthew. Martino, and that thing was so dope, man. And just to see like all the clubs around the world, man. You know what we did, Milan Club SoCal. We took over Del Piero's bar and restaurant, and they want to be the host for Milan Club SoCal. But it was just cool to see everybody. I loved the video, like what Vinny said, like on the podcast. I really didn't get to catch it because I was hanging out with Elmo during the weekend, but it was just cool to see everybody come together. And now this is 2 years in a row. I'm seeing this around the same time, so I'm marking it in the calendar. I'm circling it around to see. Right. I gotta make it out there.
October means you should be coming to New York. That's how it is, man. That's for anybody out there. You want to come? Try to come during October because that seems to be the time Milan likes to come here too. So it's all good. It's all good. They like the scary season, the spooky season, right? Yeah, Del Piero, no thank you because I'm sorry. He's probably got a ton of Juventus shit on the wall. And as a Milan club, I cannot allow that. So I'm telling everybody in SoCal, cut the shit. Not Del Piero. See if Inzaghi open the restaurant or something. Find something else. I'm sure there's a nice Italian place that'd be willing to host a Milan club there. But it's still, whatever you guys got to do to find a permanent home and you happy, I'm happy with it too. But all right, let's move on, guys. I know we dread it because last week we got an even. I don't know if you could say it was worse. It was definitely worse. I think. Right? Am I wrong to say it was worse last week? But this week wasn't good either. Milan hosted Chelsea. We all felt excitement. We had a great feeling beating up Juve. And we thought, you know what? We're different. We're going to change our formation a little bit. We're going to have Deo back. We're going to figure out. We're going to put Kalulu on the right this time. Put Gabbia in there. He looked all right against Juve. But not the same outcome because immediately into the game, and this is the first highlight. So if you watch the extended highlights, this is literally the first thing that happens. So it changes the entire game. Tomorrow gets called on a foul and an immediate red card for pulling Mount back. I think he's fucking diving, excuse me. But he ends up getting a penalty, gets a red card. Jorginho scores it. 18 minutes, we're already down one guy. We're down 1-0. Gio, how did you feel when you saw this happen? Foul, no foul?
Look, I was watching the game, and then I was like, oh, dang, Tomori, you locked the ball. I was like, yeah. And then I just hear, I was like, oh, shoot, what the hell? Like Kalulu or somebody, or Gabbia must have hit somebody on the other side because I didn't really see it like in live time. If you see it, like it was going fast. And then when he points to score, and then he goes to Tomori, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I did not see what was going on. I said, nah, let me review this. And I seen that he pulled him like that, but he still had the balance and he got the shot off. So I mean, he really wasn't impeding. Tata got him with a good save, but to me, I mean, shit, that like, okay, if you want to give those soft penalties, that's fine. But come on, man, like send him off for that. Like he wasn't even like straight down the middle. He was on the side of the goal. So if he would have scored it, like it would have been a worldie. But come on now, you guys can't just be doing that just to give up the thing. I was just disappointed. I said that's the end of the game. I was first game, Champions League game I to actually watch at my place because I'm always usually watching it at my job. So I was trying to punch a computer screen, but I was just like, damn, it was game over and that shit just dropped. I knew we weren't gonna do nothing after that. I mean, these refs, I don't know what it is. I mean, Chelsea, they got full squad. We're dealing with injuries. Let's just play and let's see it because we're playing good in the first 10 minutes. We weren't clinical or anything like that, but we're playing. It was different from last week. But I mean, the ref he wanted to be the star of the show, like Mbappe is trying to be the star of the show.
All right, Mark. So let me pivot to you off that. But like, what did you think, man? Well, did you think it was a foul? Did you think we were immediately robbed?
No. So I mean, obviously everyone saw the grabbing of the shoulder. I think he did it twice. It didn't look like there was a lot of force. He clearly raised his arms, and there were two more steps that Mount took before he got the shot off. So. Look, if you're gonna send off someone and put a team down to 10 men in a Champions League match, 18 minutes in, I'm sorry, it has to be egregious. It has to be a tough challenge, taking someone out. I just
The
can't believe
feet weren't even involved. You know?
I was just stunned. Like I couldn't even like yell because I couldn't believe it. It's like the penalty, the red card, miss the next match. It's just like it's incredible to make that decision at that time of the game is just
we got robbed.
And then you can't really judge the game after that because it's like we're already undermanned, and now we're down to 10 men, and so at that point I'm thinking, can we scrape out a 0-0 draw? Like, is this possible? Can we get a penalty of our own? And then of course they convert the penalty. It's 1-0, and now I'm just thinking, all right, my God, if there's a God up there, can we just get one goal and get this 1-1 draw? And
I think this. Yeah, no, I hear you. And Fuji's funny is asking a good question. If Mount scored, would it have been a card? That's a good point. But Mount didn't fucking score. He got a pathetic shot off that Tata actually stopped. And I'm sorry, you have to let them jostle a little bit. I mean,
it happens all over the pitch all the time.
Yeah. All right. He has his hand on his shoulder. All right. Put your hand on my shoulder. But that's not a red card, you fucks. All right. I'm sorry. You didn't see the shirt get pulled back. You didn't see any of it. He's just trying to position himself. The guy dives. That is a dive. He literally, as soon as he let go, all of a sudden he was like, oh. I'm sorry. I mean, this is just the BS that UEFA does because for some reason, Milan gets this at least once a year. All right. We got it with Atletico Madrid last year. The year before that, it was with Manchester United taking away Kessi's goal. This is just constantly happens, and it happens to us. Whether we're home or away, it doesn't matter. They have no shame. So I'm sorry. It's, for me, pure BS. The game is completely off the track then. Even if we looked okay, and I know you guys said, like, and I felt the same way watching the game. I was like, oh, Milan looks like they have more fight this game. Like they have the better idea of what they're trying to do. If we can just get the first goal, maybe we can kind of control this game a little bit. And immediately when that happened, everything went out the window.
Deflating.
I do want to mention one thing, right? Because we do have a pretty decent opportunity. Like just a few minutes later, Giroud gets an open header where he has a clear chance in the 27th minute to put it in the top of the net, and he completely misses it.
Yeah.
It's way too hard. And that's what I've been saying this, that we have a real problem with being clinical. When you are only getting one or two chances, our guys, unfortunately, do not bury it. They don't. And so and a lot of times when you're playing a good opposition, the defense is strong, you're only going to get like one or two chances. You have to be like 50, 60, 70% like finishing all the time. Otherwise, we're not going to win these games. Then, not that much longer, Gabia ends up getting a yellow, and it's like 31 minutes. So now one of our center backs is gone. Gabia is on a yellow 31 minutes in. It just exactly what you think was going to be happening. We end up giving up a second goal to Aubameyang, this son of a bitch former player. Where are these players that don't celebrate on their former teams? Does that happen anymore? Nobody cares anymore.
He's barely a former player. He never played for the first team. It's okay.
Well, whatever. He's doing backflips and front flips, whatever. This guy thinks he's a gymnast, but whatever. Then immediately, now it's time for us to change our formation because we can't keep playing like this. We have to move Kalulu into the center, and we bring on Dest. Doesn't really do anything. I mean, you guys saw how many yellows that were being handed out. This referee was giving them out like Skittles, bro, or Pokemon cards. I don't know. He was just every player was getting a yellow card. I believe two guys got a yellow card while they were taking the first penalty. Like,
yeah,
I don't even know what they were doing. Just talking, not listening to him, and he's just giving out yellows to everybody. So I don't know. I just want to talk about one thing because there's really only one guy that I think, right? And then we'll get into tops and flops of this game. But Dest comes on, and obviously it's three Americans. Every time we have to talk about this, I feel like I have to say it as like a preface to anybody who's listening who isn't an American, but we have to care about the American players because we live in America. We are American. So I want to see Dest play good, but he keeps getting these chances to come on, and he doesn't necessarily look great. They're not the best of opportunities. They're not like weak opponents when he's on. but he has a chance in the 60th minute, and he just does a Salamanca's perfect shot right into the fucking stands. I mean, come on, dude. You gotta bury that shit. I mean, and that's one of our few good chances. Were you a little hoping to see something, even just one goal from these guys, Mark?
Well, so you mentioned the second goal, Aubameyang. I thought Pioli made that switch too late because we were playing that whole time without the substitution from the red card.
Like immediately after it, yeah.
I think I jinxed it because I said we still haven't subbed on another defender, and sure enough, that second goal comes right in the middle of the defense. So, does it happen if we make this? Who knows? It's easy to say now that we would have stopped it if we had two central defenders there. But, if we're gonna move on to the rest of the game, I actually thought, given the circumstances, we played well. Down 10 men against, obviously a squad with, they spent $350 million this summer. I thought this 10-man Milan would have destroyed the 11-man Milan from the first leg because I think we were that bad in London. I think we played hard. I mean, Tonali was still wrecking people in the 92nd minute. I mean, they didn't give up for their credit, and they could have easily just given up in that second goal. Just get ready for the next Verona match. But they kept fighting. Credit to them. I was much more pleased with the performance this match than the one at Stamford Bridge because that was just, there was nothing good to take from that game. Whereas I think this one, you can take a lot of good from it, as bad as it started.
You know what? I'm just thinking about a stat that makes that. Like, I hear what you're saying, and definitely last week's game was atrocious. They didn't show up. They didn't play well. But Gio, do you have the same feeling that like this was a better performance, even though everything that happened against us, and it was still better than the week before?
Yeah, I think it was better performance, Fabio, because we went into our game in between, like Chelsea was Juve, and we have to beat Juve. Last year we didn't beat them, and they were worse than this year, to be honest with you, before they got Susan, and we didn't beat them. So we came up, but Tomori played great, and the team played great. So I think it was just the confidence of us, like beating Juve and then facing Chelsea. But like I think that thing sucked the air out of the team, and I don't know who it was, but like it was people saying like on Twitter, like 75K showed up to San Siro, and you guys robbed them of all their money. Basically, that's what UEFA did. Like hard-earned money, probably people getting out of work early, not spending quality time with their family and everything, and then just to go, and then boom, at 17 minutes, that's it, and to me, I didn't really like how the referee, he lost it, yeah, but he only lost it on our end because he was giving out yellow card, and then Sterling, he stomps on Lord Krunic on the shin, that's an automatic red. That's been an automatic red since the 90s when there were bad boy ballers all over the pitch. But that's an automatic red. So I just don't understand. I think he just said, you know what? Let me be the star of the show. And that's what happened. But I liked how everybody – and you know what? Tonali, he did that. Jorginho, you deserve that because you a bum. And I'm going to keep on saying that. You cost Italy a chance to go to the World Cup. And now you're starting to score penalties. Mother effer. Now you want to start to score them?
I was going to say the same thing. Don't you celebrate that goddamn penalty. You didn't make one
was Geo,
for Italy.
What was that, Gio, when you fucking missed that penalty versus Switzerland? Motherfucker had to go back in the fucking job bathroom and fucking want to punch the shit out the fucking wall. But that's not neither here nor there.
That's a lot of fucks for you, Gio. Usually I'm the one.
Nah, I'm pissed.
And he bleeped one of them. He censored one of them, too.
You know what, Fab? Like Jorginho, he just pissed me off because he think he good. You're not good, baby. Like you're not good. Like I'm tired of him, and I think I like how Tonali. What was it like in the 90th minute? Boom! It's like
that's what I'm saying. He fought to the end.
Yeah, so I like that, man. But
listen, I didn't like that video where he was listening to Tonali talk in the presser, and he was like laughing on the side. You know what, Jorginho? Don't ever come on and you want to play in Italy in the future, all right? Stay over there in England. Go eat your shepherd's pie or whatever you're doing. I don't like him. I don't like him anymore. So that's the fact that he was a bum for Italy. But you know what? Listen, as much as I want to say the ref took the game out, Milan still did not have a good game. And the fact that all three of us have a feeling like, oh, this was better than the last game, that still kind of worries me a little bit. I know when you're playing with 10 man, it's hard to be like, all right, we got to create mad chances. But one shot on target. And do you know when it was? In the 91st minute with Origi shooting a pathetic little dribbler right at the goalkeeper. That was our only chance on net. So that's still not good enough, man. It just shows you. And Bonetti had a good post that he put that
I saw this.
Summed up the game. Like, Chelsea took out a $50 million left back to put on another $50 million left back that they bought. And we had to scrounge up and argue about like, what, $35,000 or some small amount for CDK, even though we were already paying like $35 million. We were worrying about small little pennies here and there. I mean, honestly, this is like, we're still not up to the English level. Hopefully with Redbird making the advancements, hopefully a new stadium in the future when we have more money and we're more financially stable to be able to, one, keep our goddamn players, all right, and two, pay them, that we'll actually be able to buy 15, 20, $30 million players as our backups, you know, instead of just like we're going to blow our whole load on one player and then that's it. We don't have any money for anybody else. So definitely very disheartening, but let's do tops and flops here.
Fabio, before I go, I want to like go on that from Bonetti, but like, where are these big ass guys going against the league? Like, the reason that we are in, because we're a dinosaur. Like, I love Serie A. Like, I love it. You know, I watch random games or whatever. I love the league. Always loved the league. You know, it's been a league since I was been born that's always been out there. But like, okay, that's cool. But like Bonetti, Paramount Plus, everybody gotta go against those dinosaurs up the IGFC, whatever the hell. Saying,
listen, man, you don't bite the hand that feeds you, or you can't expect.
Then don't say like this guy brings in this and this, because you're part of the problem. Like Stevie P says it how it is. That's why I love the guy. He's been saying that these are dinosaurs. Imagine Stevie P had 100K followers. You don't think a lot of people would suit on and be like, oh, Stevie P, he's speaking facts. We won $23 million for winning the Serie A. A relegated team with in parachute payments for the Premier League, 140 mil. Just how that puts you and stuff like that. You know, what we need is to do the same thing that Bayern Munich has. We need our own stadium, because with our own stadium, we could pay the player salary, and when we ever get in sponsorships and deals, then we'll be good and we could be like self-sustaining. But if we can never get that,
that's that Redbird plan, man. That's what.
Well, I hope Redbird
is get this stadium
compromising
going.
Pictures of these guys that are head of the league, compromising photos, compromising mayor, Sanchesto, whatever the hell, and then they just start sending them to their email every day. Like, okay, you don't want to do, okay, we leaking this to your wife because we need something. I say that this team,
we do not condone what Gio's saying. No, do we have any proof of what? Listen, man, all I'm saying is I think Redbird has the right idea, and I think they're going to be hopefully taking us. I heard Cardinale talking about how, there's other leagues, especially Spanish league and stuff like that. They want to be out there. We should at least be higher than La Liga. So that's what they're at least striving for. It's pretty hard, and maybe one day we can get to like the same heights as the EPL, but that's a whole nother topic that can be spiraled out of control.
That's not Milan's responsibility, though. Milan needs to. If Milan just needs to leave the rest of the league in the dust, so be it. That's. I mean, that's all I care about. I mean,
you're not calling
Milan can't.
League, are you?
No. I'm saying Milan can't solve Serie A's problems. No. And so if that's the case, then they have to solve their own problems, and if that means they have to pull away from the rest of the not pull away from the league. I mean, pull away in terms of revenues and because I mean, not for nothing, but Juve's new stadium has them far and away from the rest of the league. So if we can get our new stadium, we can be in the same boat as them.
I want to read this thing that Facebook Frank Geo FIGC and Lega Calcio don't give a shit. They have a shut-in mentality. They don't want to expand past the peninsula, and also Geo that the wives already know that the husbands are having affairs. That's true. Sunga Sunga parties, Boonga Boonga, whatever they're called. See, nobody cares. Nobody cares, Geo. You know, you can't blackmail these people. They don't give two shits.
Fabio, just look at that. Just look at the sale of that off-white jacket.
No, I don't even want to see it.
No, it's not going to come majority from Italy. That's just going to come from my brothers out in Malaysia, Indonesia that know about that drip. You know, everybody out here in the States that going to spend to try to resell it because of Virgil Abloh.
I'm not paying a mortgage payment for a jacket.
No,
you,
we're
bro.
not paying more. No way. But look at Rock Nation Husney. You know, he make $200 million a year. You know, that's chump change to Rock Nation. But just look at that. Man. Just look at that, Fabio. That's why I like what Puma did with the event and everything, because we need our damn respect. We need our damn respect, because we spend a lot of money. Who were the people that were complaining about the championship shirts? Us in the States, because people in Italy, they were kept on going to Casa Milan and they were restocking every 2 to 3 days.
Listen, I don't need to go to Casa Milan. I'll call Casa Mark and he'll make me a fake one that'll look even better than the real one. All right. All right. These guys want to mess around. You want to lose out on bucks? It's all right. We'll do it. We'll make it ourselves. We don't give a shit anymore. But all right, let's do our tops and flops. All right. Mark, you're our guest. So who's your top of this debacle of the game?
I thought Tonali was the best player for us on the pitch. Just from minute 1 to minute 94, whatever it was, he was nonstop all over the field, defending, running. You know, he was by far, in my opinion, he was by far the best. But I think a lot of guys. I thought Brahim looks pretty good. I think he was contending for a top. I think Benacer looks a lot better than he did against. Again, everyone looked better than they did in London. So that's not even really a compliment at this point. But for me, the top was Tonali.
All right, Gio, who's your top?
I mean, you know what, man? This guy, he's been getting dragged that he's not good enough. And you know how I feel about my Italians on our Italian team. You know, I'm going with that big 6'4" guy. Hey, man, just put me as a tourist guy, man. You know, Gabbia, he had a great game against Juve. That yellow card, it was just in frustration, man, because he was playing Aubameyang good until we got that red card. But at the end of the day, I think Gabbia, he has stepped up, and shout out to him, because, you know, a lot of Pioli could have picked somebody else, but he looks good when we have a partner that has pace. He looks good. So hopefully now we move Kalulu in the middle in the weekend, and then Dest on the right, even though I hate to say it. But yeah, Gabbia, I love just the way that he was playing, and he wasn't getting burnt for pace, and that's what I like.
Well, on the weekend, we're going to see Tomori back. He's not carded for that one. So Gabbia, Kalulu, and Tomori, Hernandez still should be the starting lineup weekend. But I'm going to go the same thing. I think my top, even though he got a yellow, but I think it was still a solid performance. And maybe I'm still kind of hanging a little bit on Saturday's performance. But I think Gabbia did as best as you can. He was giving out cards to Milan like it was Halloween. Yes, that's very true, man. But Gabbia, I think, played really well. And I think a special shout out, I'd say, for Benacer. Even though he got a little injury on the Juventus game, like on his arm or his bicep, and he's like just fighting through it like a pit bull. And so for me, I thought, you know, him and Tonali definitely showed the grinta. They were there to play. It was definitely night and day from the week before. So, but for me, I say Gabbia. Now, all right, this is the real question here. All right, who is the flop? Who was the flop? Right. Let's start with you, Mark. Who is your flop of this game?
Listen, the standards are high for this guy, right? Because he was the MVP last year. So this is not by any means a knock on Leao as the player total, but I thought he was the worst player on the pitch. And I think he tried to do too much. I think when we went down to 10 men, I think he thought, and it's not a bad mentality to have where you say, okay, I'm the star. I need to step up. I need to put this team on my back. But I thought it did more harm than good. I mean, there were so many times he just dribbled into 2 defenders and pissed the ball away, and that's not going to help us score. So for me, I thought about Giroud because I do think that when you brought up that header, I mean, you have to put that on target. If you don't score, you have to make the goalie make a save. And especially when you're down 10 men, you said it earlier, you don't get a lot of opportunities with 10 men. You have to take advantage. You have to put the ball on net and make him save it. And if he saves it, you tip your hat and you go back on defense. But I don't want to give a flop on one chance, so I'll give it to Leao because I think he just turned the ball over way too many times, and where the extra pass may have been better.
You know what? And remember the game against Napoli a couple weeks ago? Didn't they only have like 2 chances and they made both of them? That's sometimes you only get a few chances, and oh man, just Gio, who's your flop, bro?
He's watching the baseball.
No. My flop is gonna be Pioli, man. I mean, I think that when we went down, he didn't make the changes, and he got to relax, man. With this guy named Kaka Krunic, whatever the hell Rock Nation wants to put him as.
Krunic
and
Jr.
You know what? And I'm tired of Rock Nation. I'm calling you out on the pod. I'm tired of your positivity. We need that negativity because that's when we're going up top.
Don't worry,
I think
negative now.
I think Krunic, man, because of his limitations. I know we don't got players, but like to me, it makes me sick. We don't know what Adley's gonna do. Like a lot of people on Twitter are saying, defending Pioli and cool, and which is cool on that. But dude has raw talent, and to me, I don't know. I think leaving him out, you gave us short of talent, So to me, Pioli and Krunic missing that sitter last game. And he wasn't looking good, Bob. He wasn't looking good. He got maybe because he should have got a red card on Sterling because he got stomped on. But I think we've seen his limitations right now.
You're not a fan of Krunic anymore, huh?
No. I'm not saying that about no Krunic, but I'm just saying that he
definitely.
got limitation. Like
this guy can do everything. After they get off, Pioli brings him back to do his electrical work at his house too. This guy does it all.
He probably could. I would believe if he could do it. I like Krunic. I mean, he's not a star by any means, but I think he's a coach's player. I think it's almost kind of like how Borini was a few years ago, where he played left back, he played left wing back, he played striker, he played left wing. I think coaches love those players, and I think Krunic is the same way.
Yeah, definitely. A versatile player is always like a coach's best friend, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, for me, sorry to do this to him, but it's got to be tomorrow. It's got to be. This is your old club. We bought you from them. You look terrible in the first game. And then granted, it's a bullshit foul. I don't agree with it. I don't think it should have been called to begin with. But you still put yourself in that position. And you know what? You let us down in the biggest 2 games that we had in the Champions League so far. And it's against your former club. That fucking sucks. Big time. So for me, I know it's harsh. This is only in 18 minutes of the game. And I don't agree with the foul. I sure as hell don't agree with the red card. But you needed to come up big. And it's kind of, I'm giving them a 2-for-1 special. You sucked so bad last week, and you didn't do anything this week good instead of getting yourself red carded. So for me, I'm sorry to do it, but Tomori is my and you know what's the sad part? He is our best defender, hands down, our best defender. And we will be without him for the next game. So let's hope we can stay
it's a must-win game, too. So
it's a must-win game. Before we move on to talk about the other Italian clubs, let's just talk about, all right, so next game we play, is it Zagreb?
Verona.
Yeah.
Oh, Salzburg. The next Champions League is Salzburg.
No,
Zagreb.
Zagreb. We're going to Croatia, baby.
We beat. That's the team we did beat. So this is a must-win for us. And then after we take care of, let's one game at a time, of course, then we go and play Salzburg. That one will be at home. So what do we think our odds are going from here? Do you feel like you should be expecting them to still make it into the round of 16? Gio, you first, bro.
Yeah, man, after Zagreb tried that game, I mean, now it sucks for them to go to Croatia in a hard. To me, Fabio, I really want to see what Leao is made of. I think that ground is hostile. It's gonna be jumping. The whole Croatia is gonna be in there. They're gonna be doing their thing, and I really want to see what he's showing up because Kavavavava has been showing them up in the Champions League. And if you want 7 million,
God bless you.
you can't just be doing it in the in Serie A. You need to be worldwide. So, to me, I'm really looking forward to that game. And if Chelsea win, we win. We're in second place. We're good, and then all we need is a draw at the end of the at home versus Salzburg to advance, and hopefully we get Club Brugge, in the luck of the draw because they're first place.
Well, let's win the games before we worry about who we're gonna get in the fictional draw that we're already in, right? Geo expects Leao to be like Pitbull. He wants to be Mr. Worldwide. All right, I like it. I like it. Mark, what's your opinion, man? Do you think we still have a chance, an opportunity to still make the round of 16?
So when we had the draw, what was everyone's reaction when we drew Chelsea, Salzburg, and
This is it. We're into the final 16 right away,
So what's changed? We lost to Chelsea twice. People weren't excited about the draw because we drew Chelsea. They were excited about the draw because we drew Zagreb and Salzburg. So on that note, nothing's really changed. We have to beat the teams we're supposed to beat, and we move on. So I would say our odds are good.
You know what? I like your mentality because you're absolutely right. But I guess now seeing the 4 games in real life, and seeing how much we struggled the last 2 games against Chelsea, and I guess really looking at Chelsea as like the standard of what we expect the Champions League football to be, and we're not at that level yet. It's kind of like a shock or a bring down to reality moment. But I still feel pretty confident. I think if we handle what we're supposed to handle next week, get our 3 points, see what Chelsea do, see how the rest of it goes, that we should. Are we saying we'd rather not even finish in 3rd place? Does anybody feel like that?
I'm not even thinking. I'm thinking about just winning the next 2. I can't even fathom 3rd versus 4th.
What about you, Gio?
Nah, man, we're not going into Europa nights, man. Nah. Hell no, man. Imagine watching every game's gonna be Thursday, Sunday. It's gonna be crazy. And then we're never, especially us that are trying to find a bar, we're never gonna find a bar because all the big game draws.
Oh man, I hope that's not the case. I'm like with you guys. I would just say that for me, obviously, it would be a major disappointment and a fail if we don't make it to the next round. But I think it would be a major, major disappointment and complete failure if we get knocked out of Europe altogether. Like, not only did we laugh at these 2 other teams who couldn't be better than either one of them. So I hope that's not the case. Let's just handle each game as they are in front of us, and hopefully we don't have to worry about Europa League. We can leave that for Roma or whoever else is in it to win it and be happy about it with their bonsai tree. So hell no, I'm not hoping for that either. But all right, so let's move on now to the other Italians because we're not the worst of the Italian bunch. We are definitely not the worst. All right, so let's start with that one first because that is the hilarious game. So let's bring this up here. All right, let me get us. Where the hell are we? We're over here. Hey, there we go. All right, so the first game on Tuesday was Juventus losing in Israel to Michael Afifi Myers or whatever this team is called, Maccabi FIFA, whatever it is. Anyway, they beat them. They beat Juventus 2-0. Did not look good. I mean, probably the worst Juventus. I think they watched what we did and they emulated it completely, even to get the result exactly like ours. Was it a surprise, Gio? Did you watch this debacle of a Juventus game?
Yo, man, I was like, dang, what the hell is going on? But what is else with Juve, man? They've been embarrassing the league in Europe for the last 6 seasons. So, I mean, I don't put nothing past it. And I want to say what I said like 3 episodes ago. Milan gave Allegri his career, and that's it. Other than that, he hasn't done nothing at Juve because all the top teams. I gotta even put Inter in there because when Milan and Inter on top, we fighting, we beating up on Juve, we doing what we doing to take away a Scudetto here and there. So I think Allegri is finished, and he should. I don't know what the hell he need to go to Turkey or I don't know.
No, he needs
Even
to stay
come
right
here
where he
and
is.
he can go into MLS or something.
No. Stay where you are, Allegri.
Give him time. He'll
You're
figure it
not a
out. Give him
quitter.
time.
You're not a quitter, Allegri. They got a lot of money invested in you. You stay there and figure it out. You got the one. Figure it out. Fabio Moretti. He's the him and Lucatelli. I mean, they got all-stars there. Just let them play, baby. Let them play. Were you surprised by this performance at all, Mark, after watching Juve on Saturday and then seeing what they did on Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, is Juve nuts? Is that a purposeful typo, or is that just a screw up? Maccabi Haifa versus two Juve.
I don't know. That might be. That's Presidente, man.
I like that. No, let's keep it. Leave it like that. I mean, I certainly wasn't predicting a 2-0 loss by Juve, but at this point, you can't really be surprised. They just, at some point, we have to just say they're not good. You know, we have to stop saying they're not playing well or they're not playing to their caliber and just say, like, they're not good right now.
They're not good. They're not good. I agree, man. And honestly, to think, like, they probably thought the same thing. Like, oh, we got to deal with PSG, but Benfica, we can take them. Who is this Israeli team? I don't even know who they are. We should definitely beat them. And, man, if Benfica even ties the next game, Juventus is out of the Champions League. So the fact that they tied PSG gave Juventus a little bit of hope still, but it's not very likely, man. Not very likely. Just like we hope, it's not very likely Allegri gets fired anytime soon.
I was looking at the Juve website, the match preview for this game, and they had the fun fact of Maccabi Haifa not having a Champions League home win since 2002. It was a 3-0 win against Barcelona. And
I'll talk about jinxing themselves.
They'll have to change that note next time around.
That's like the commentator's curse, you know? As
Yeah.
soon as they put it out there, it
I
happens.
took a screenshot of it. I saved it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I don't know if it's busted, but it's definitely
No, it's not. I mean, it was a fact. It was not anymore.
No, not anymore. The damn right. All right, so let's switch gears now to today's games, and we got to talk about, as much as we hate it, I love me a good margarita slice, but goddamn, these guys are serving it up, man. Everybody's loving them in Europe right now. One of the hottest teams, sitting at the top of the table in Italy. Napoli takes care of business at home. Ajax comes in after the shellacking they took over there in the Netherlands. They decided to come to Napoli and get another shellacking 4-2. And this game sounds a lot closer than it really was. Napoli had it pretty much on lock. Your boy, I think he got on the board in this game, didn't he? Or Raspadori scored a really nice goal.
I think he scored a penalty.
Yes, he scored the penalty. That's right. And then Raspadori put a great goal in. Ajax got one back, but Napoli made it 4-1, and then they ended up getting one more goal towards the end to make it 4-2. But Napoli looking strong, eh?
Yeah, Napoli looking good, man. They have a team suitable for Europe, man. They got pace on the right, on the left, and on the striker position. So, I mean, that's suitable for Europe. You know, their players could dribble past players and all that stuff. You know what? I thought Ajax were gonna be good because they played Liverpool good in their second game. But hey, man, credit to Napoli, credit to whatever his name is. He's balling out, man. $10 million bargain. You know, we need those bargains.
That hurts. That $10 million price, that hurts, man. But yeah, they've already qualified for the round of 16. So good for Napoli. You know, hopefully that means there's going to be a lot of days that they're going to be stressed out because they got to play during the week and they slip up on the weekend and we could creep back up that table. So Napoli looking good, man. Napoli looking good. Mark, any thoughts on Napoli?
I mean, I don't want to brag, but there was a big bearded dummy that was on one of the Milan Weekly podcast shows earlier in the season, and he said something about Napoli doing a masterclass in the off season, getting rid of the old guard, bringing in the new guard, and you know, I don't want to say I told you so, but I saw this coming.
Well, did you see anything about their winter fall off or spring stumble? Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I mean, I hope that doesn't change, but I think they got stale, and I think they did the ballsy move. I don't know if a lot of teams would have done that, but they did it. Credit to them, and they're looking great. You can't really. I know that the competition hasn't been great in the league, but you know they're putting them away easily. So you can say it's weak competition, but it's not like they're struggling with these wins. I mean, they're a buzzsaw right now. So
I mean, they did beat up on Liverpool. They beat up on Ajax twice. So they are definitely doing what they're supposed to be doing and doing it very, very convincingly. All right, so let's get to our last game of the Italians. Today, Barcelona hosted Inter after losing 1-0 last week. And Inter ended up grabbing the lead with Barella.
This was a crazy match.
This was a crazy game. Barella ended up giving them the lead. Then Barcelona ties it. They end up taking the lead again, Inter. Then Barcelona ties it. Then the Inter gets it back again. And then Barcelona ties it again in extra time with Lewandowski. I mean, crazy game. So, Mark, let's start with you. What do you think about Inter, man? A win would have solidified them in the round of 16, but tying keeps Barcelona still alive. So, what did you think about this game, the way they played?
Yeah, I don't know. Inter is one of the weirdest teams. They might be the strangest team in Serie A because they're so Jekyll and Hyde, and because I don't think they've looked good in the league at all. And then they come out with performances like this, and it was messy, 3-3, but they went on the road and they got a point, and they probably should have gotten all 3 points, but
They really
wasn't for
that last chance.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just weird. I mean, I don't know how to judge them going forward because I don't know which Inter team's going to show up. So,
did you see anything from Barcelona that made you think that Barcelona? To me, when I see these games with Inter, honestly, it just makes me think Barcelona, and even the game against Bayern Munich that they played, they do not finish their chances. I mean, they finished 3 today, but they had a lot of chances to score. And even Inter, right at the end, they had a chance that, man, if he would have just laid it off to the other player, would have been an open net.
Did you see Lewandowski's header goal?
Yes.
So that's what I'm talking about when I say, like, Giroud has to put it on net. Like, Lewandowski put that right in the corner. Goalie couldn't get to it. And I'm not – obviously Lewandowski's, arguably the greatest number 9, well, besides Holland, in the world. So, that's a high standard. But that's the difference between someone like Giroud and someone like Lewandowski. Like, he's putting that header on target. Not only is it on target, it's in a place the goalie can't even get to. So, that was the first thing I thought of when Lewandowski put that in the top corner. I was like, oh, if Giroud had only done that.
I know.
In our game.
He only had one chance. If you saw this game, Lewandowski had a lot of chances. And, I'm telling you, he's just – Gio, what did you think about this game, man? This was one of the first games that me and Gio didn't actually have to split because they weren't on at the same time, so we're able to watch both of us. So what did you think? I know you hate Barcelona, but what did you think about the game objectively?
I mean, the game was good, man. Like, the first half was okay, but the second half, man, and it just came alive. It was crazy. But I've been saying this for the last 10 years to anybody that will listen to me. PK has always been a bum, and the only thing that has saved him is tiki-taka. That's the only reason that saved him, because he cannot – he just looked over the ball like, oh, it's coming to Barella. I'm an idiot. Like, you feel me? But, I mean, I think it is what it is. I mean, it was a crazy game. And at the end of the day, Fabio, man, I mean, I hate them both. Hate Barcelona more. But, hey, man, this game right here was the 2 brokest clubs in the Champions League. One taking out 18 levers. The other one, like, their owner, as soon as he stepped out the restaurant, they stealing his Rolexes. They reborn his cars. So this was like the brokest teams.
The broke joke club.
Yeah, they need all the pennies that they can count. So
Oh,
It was a
well,
good game, though.
These were the games that I thought that you were going to see who is Barcelona and who's Inter, right? This is the tournament that they both care probably most about. You know, at least Barcelona is competing in their domestic league, but Inter's super far down right now. And they look like the better of the two clubs. They look like the better of the two clubs so far. And Inter has the upper hand if they take care of their business. I think Inter plays Pilsen next, right? I believe that's who they're playing next. So
I
they
didn't
take
catch
care
it.
of
I'm
them.
not sure.
I'm pretty sure it's them. So if they beat Victoria Plzen again, that's it. Inter's into the round of 16, and Barcelona is going to be the ones going to the Europa League. So I know that's not going to help their bottom line, but it is what it is. And, again, I want – it seems almost like a foregone conclusion that Juventus is not going to make it through. We're still in jeopardy. But it looks like Napoli and Inter have the fast – well, Napoli's already in, but Inter have the fast track to actually get to the next round. So Napoli keep playing, Inter keep playing. The more they keep playing and it's later in the year, the better it is for us on the domestic side, because if things don't go our way, we have to focus on the Scudetto. I know nobody wants to think like that, but to me, I've always said we want to progress in the Champions League, but we're in no position to honestly be thinking we're going to win anything there. So we have to focus on the Scudetto. For me, Scudetto is the number one priority. Got to get that second star. But so that's pretty much it on the Italians in Europe. Man, Napoli looking good. And hopefully next time we talk about the Champions League, it's on a better note for us, because that's going to be not next week, in 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks from now, right? 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be talking about the next Champions League game. So, all right, let's shift a little bit here. We got a game coming on Sunday. Milan held Verona. So let's talk a little bit about this game now. We're sitting in 5th place right now. Where's Verona on the chart? Geo.
18. I think they're 18th place.
Oh,
yeah, they just fired their coach. They just fired their
that's
manager.
right. They literally just fired their coach.
Yeah, they're in the relegation zone right now.
Woo! All right, so that's all right. These are usually the teams that we have to be paying attention to, because they're going to come fighting like a bat out of hell. Their new coach is going to tell them everybody's job's on the line, so they're going to play even harder. So, Gio, let's start with you, bro. What are your expectations of this game against Verona?
The expectation is nothing but 3 points. We can't keep on dropping points. Like I said before, we just need to keep pace with Napoli and get healthy. And then, when we're going to meet them up in Naples, we're going to be serving them ice cold margarita pizzas, and we're going to be throwing Peronis at their head. And we're going to take that Scudetto away from them. But we need these 3 points, Bob. They're 18. They've always given us problems, because they like to play. But they got a lot of rid of their players. Who they get rid of? Simeone and Barak and somebody else that I can't remember right now in the summer. So their team is depleted. But you know what happened last year versus Salernitana? They fired their coach, and then they played their game of their lives, and then we came out with a 2-2 draw. But to me, this game we just need to put the pedal to the metal, Bob, and we'll be okay. But if we're out here, sideways, then we're not gonna do anything much. But to me, we got to be direct, scoring the first 5 minutes, and then the seas are gonna open up, baby.
For the first 5 minutes, that's not happening, man. Go get your blood pressure medicine, because that's what you're gonna need. This team is probably gonna make you wait until the end to get the final goal, knowing our luck. But Verona's only got 8 goals the whole season. 8 goals in 9 games. So that's not even a goal a game. So what's your I know I guess that's kind of a silly question to ask. What's your expectation? But do you think this should be a resounding victory? Would that make you feel better, kind of wash away these 2 terrible games against Chelsea?
We just need 3 points. I mean, I hate going to that stadium. I hate it. I know they're in awful form, but you never know when they change the coach, and sometimes that motivates the players, and the coach has something to prove, and they want to leave a mark. So first, it's a home match for them. So, I don't want to look past them, but let's be honest, we should be getting 3 points from this. And not to look ahead, but one game at a time. I'm all about that. But we're gonna be favorites pretty much up until the World Cup. So
Dropping any points.
we need to take advantage of this.
Yeah.
Take a look at that. Like, again, one game at a time. I get it, but you take a look, and we're favorites in every match. So let's take advantage here.
We got Verona this week, Monza after. Then we go to Torino, and then the 3 games in November. We host Spezia, we go to Cremonese, and then we play Fiorentina right before the break. So, yeah, you're right. All winnable games, honestly. You would think Fiorentina might be the only problem there, but Fiorentina is in such bad form, you never know. But let me just ask you guys a question here. Jonathan's asking, what did you guys think about Dest? We kind of covered it a little bit in the game, but Dest is terrible. I hope he actually gets some time in this game, that he can actually play like a whole half. We kind of get him in. I don't want to see him as a starter. Hell no.
I kind of feel bad for him because he came in so late, and obviously the plan wasn't for him to be playing this early. So, because you see there's a player in there somewhere. When he's on the ball, like, you see that he could be a problem, at least offensively.
I don't know if right back is the right position for him. I know he's played it on the national team, and he played it left back, right back on Barcelona, but I don't know. He doesn't really do anything for me on the right side. Like, I wish I would have seen like crosses and opportunity. I feel like he got one good cross, and I haven't really seen anything else from him. But I obviously hope for the best, because we're probably going to take him on the U.S. team. But yeah, there's still a lot to be desired. Yeah, he did come in super late, like you said.
Oh, look at we're getting bombarded by Tinder Hot. Here we go.
Are we?
Made it.
Oh yeah. Listen, you haven't made it if you haven't been spammed by tinderhot.xyz, best adult. You know what? You got to pay for this sponsorship, Tinder. All right, you can't just sneak up on it. Yeah, we've officially made it. You're damn right. Oh my god. But yeah, that's not our sponsors, guys. Not our sponsor. We are not coordinated with them whatsoever. So you know what it is? That's the algorithm.
It's the faces. They did a facial scan and they went, "Let's do this." Attack.
Gio's been talking about those sticky sheets. Everybody's getting their bed sheets stuck to them. So this damn computer picked it up. You never know. Next one is going to be a fleshlight or something. Who knows what's going to come up next? But listen, all right, so we're all expecting 3 points. We honestly don't care. Are we really going to go prediction-wise? But yeah, let's do it. Gio, what's your prediction? Come on.
Man, I need less stress this time, but I'm going 4-0, man. We need a statement win after a statement loss, and we need to get
it.
Looking at me like I'm crazy. We need a statement win, man. We need 4-0, man. When was the last time that we shellacked the team and just chill? By halftime, we're chilling like, ooh. But I want 4-0, man.
4-0. All right, Mark, well, you have a prediction.
I would love 4-0.
Nostradamus over there. Tell us.
I'll say 2-0.
2-0. All right, 2-0, 4-0. Fuji's is saying 5-0. I'm going to go with 3-0. I'll split the difference. We'll go 3-0. Right. There you go. And we'll all go home happy. No CDK this game, too. He's going to be out. Looks like he's going to miss this game. Maybe be back for the Monza game. Who knows? But definitely this game. Then they're talking about, Mark, you were mentioning it before we went on. They're talking, the rumor mill is saying that maybe Mignon will be back possibly next week against Monza. We'll see. I say don't rush him. Tatarusano hasn't given us a reason to rush our goalkeeper back. I mean, he doesn't look always the best, but he hasn't fucked up yet.
Yeah, he certainly hasn't been the reason for any dropped points. So
absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, and tomorrow he's going to be playing because now he doesn't have to worry about the Champions League. So we got to get him in there full 90. I'd like to see Gabbia play again. Giving Gabbia a chance. I think he's played pretty decent in these last 2 games. We should keep running with him and play Kalulu on the right side.
I love Kalulu on the right. I know Gio's not going to like this, but I love Kalulu on the right. I think he's potentially world class on the right.
And you know what? He plays there on the under 21.
That would mean that Calabria would go to the bench.
He has no loyalty to Calabria. He's ready to throw him right off the bridge. I know it. Capitano Calabria has come and gone like the winter. You know, he doesn't care. At this point, whoever's playing best, that's all Gio cares about. He's already talking about Theo Hernandez to just keep the armband, you know. First of all, when Gio gets my care package, he's going to see that he could be the captain from here on out because everybody at the 40-40 club, we're the captain now, man. There you go. See, Mark's got it. But, Gio, what do you think, man? You think what formation are you hoping to see? You think give Gabi a chance to keep playing? There's no reason to play Dest and move Kalulu back into the center.
I think it's time for no. I think Gabi should keep his place. Kalulu right back to Mori, and then Theo. But to me, it's time to see Adley. I need to see the Algerian kickboxer kickbox out there on there and do his thing. It's time. It's time for him because Krunic, well, we're going to gas him out. You know, he just came back from injury. He's been playing. See, only Krunic could come back from injury and go straight in. Just go straight in and do everything. Play 90 minutes here, 90 minutes there. But it's time for Adley. I want to see if he really has the talent to play for the team. And we need rotation because Benacer and Tonali can't play all game. You know, Fabio, I've been saying that Tonali, one day he plays spectacular, the other day he's okay. The spectacular game, that means that you're not 100% fit because, you know, he's been injured the whole year. So I'm just glad that hopefully we can make it to the World Cup and he can take that month off, relax, do what he got to do, you know, extracurricular activities only, not practice, not that. And he just got to chill because at the end of the day, when we come back from the World Cup, I mean, I think our team has a good advantage because only Theo Hernandez is going and Mike Maignan, but Mike Maignan is not going to start.
Maybe Giroud too.
Well, Giroud and hopefully, you know, Cardinale.
The Belgian guys go.
Hopefully, Cardinale gives us Okafor in the winter, and we'll be all right. So,
does anybody want to see Origi start this game? I know it's probably not very likely, but
no, he is. If they said the report said that they're gonna give Giroud a rest. He needs a rest, dude.
If he's healthy, he should get it. Yeah,
but that doesn't mean Origi's going to be the one playing.
That's true. Because Rebic is back now too. So
yeah, look at Fuji's messing with me, man.
What
the hell wrong with that?
Listen, are you really a Milan captain if you don't get benched in the middle while you're playing?
It's my Kalulu on the right, love, is not an anti-Calabria comment. It's just strictly about Kalulu. It's nothing to do with.
I mean, it seems to be his more natural position. I know everybody wants to say, but he's been playing center back for us, and he's been playing so well. But when he goes to the under 21 in France, they put him as right back. That is his natural position. So,
and let's not forget, our main target was a center back in the offseason. So I think the plan was to put him at right back. Now that obviously that changed, it never happened, but I think we got a little clue early in the offseason that I think that may have been the move,
the idea
to start.
Well, who's to say it won't be the idea in the near future now that Florenzi's getting hurt, you know, Calabria's now hurt. So that's two guys that we picked up. And the guy we pick up, Dest. Not wait, can Origi start a game? I thought he was on the Griezmann. Yeah, he's only allowed to come in after the 60th minute, so we don't have to pay whatever we got. Then he came on free. I told you, Liverpool knew what they were doing. They suck at us, but they let him go because they knew he was damaged goods. Unfortunately, people come to Milan so they can check out the medical lab section of our unfortunate team.
Well, Gio's right about the 4-0 win. We can start sitting guys down early. We can sit Tonali, Benacer.
Yeah, that's what I would hope, man. That's what I hope. I hope they take care of their business so we can get some of the other guys some rest. But honestly, it's I don't know. I hope that we can take care of what we need to take care of so we can have a relaxing game because usually Milan doesn't give us that. But all right, so we got to go to this section, our Brioski, our indigestion of the week. We all pretty much can agree what the indigestion of the week is, right? That stupid referee fucking call and ruining the Chelsea game is probably everybody's indigestion of the week. I mean, twice in a week we have to deal with the embarrassment to an English team. That's just a little too much for me. Are we all in agreement with that one?
I think Gio has a different one though.
I was gonna say something else now, but no, that one's good. No, that was
okay.
Nah, man, that just made me sick to my stomach, man. But
yeah. So let's go. What's Gio? Let's start with you, bro. What's your brioski? Well, what made you feel good?
well, go to Mark on this one. I just lost my train of thought. I was gonna.
All right, Mark.
I had it
He's
right
watching
here.
baseball again. He's watching the baseball game again.
God damn Dodgers. So anything that made you feel good? I feel like you and me are gonna have the same one on this one.
My broski of the week. I don't even know. I guess seeing Juve lose 2-0 was pretty nice. But I think my broski of the week is destiny is still in our own hands. But as far as the Champions League goes, as I said it earlier, Chelsea. I think realistically we thought maybe 3 points from those two matches, a point. We got 0. Obviously not what we wanted. But at the end of the day, everyone was excited about this group because we got Salzburg and Zagreb. And so as long as we take care of business against those two opponents, we're on to the round of 16. So the sky's not falling. Players are getting healthier, hopefully, fingers crossed. Things are going to be okay.
Your lips to God see is, man. Your lips to God see is there. My brioski, which again I'm gonna have to harp back on, is the 40-40 clubs event. Getting to hang out
that's
with
the obvious one.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna go to. But just the event again. Shout out to Franco and the rest of the committee of the New York City Club. They do such a fantastic event. And getting the chance to spend quality time with Mark, with Dave, with their wives, with everybody else. Facebook Frank. So many people, so many cool, great people of the Philadelphia club, of the Boston club, of the New York club, getting to meet Peter, getting to meet Florenzi, getting to see the trophy. I mean, it was just an outstanding event, and I can't wait for next year if they were to do it again. This has been easily like the two coolest events that I've been able to go and be a part of with Milan. It's the best we're going to get living here in North America. Until maybe we get lucky, we can do a meet and greet in the summer if they ever come or something like that. But just definitely a great event, and for me, that's there's nothing really better. That's why the game really sucked, but I can just go back and look at the pictures of me and David having way too many drinks already and just laughing and being able to hang out with Mark and literally talk for like an hour while watching Toronto and who was this? Toronto, somebody else playing on the TV, but just hanging out for like hours. I mean, legitimately, we were together for like damn near 10 hours on Saturday, and it was just a good time, man. And definitely look forward to doing it. I've said it many, many times. I keep repeating myself because I'm a damn broken record, but I cannot wait for the opportunity to go to Boston and get to go to Ducali and watch a game with Mark, with the rest of the club in Boston. Get to go to Philadelphia and hang out with Dave and Angie and the rest of the club in Philly. And then hopefully one of these days, me and Gio together can take the trip up north, go see our brothers in Montreal, get the brothers from Toronto all together, the 5 families all together. I mean, that for me, that's coast to coast right there, baby. And I can't wait for the future. I hope there's many, many events like this so it can keep going on in the future. But that's my brioski of the week.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of that, I mean, it's a great group. I mean, I'm not just saying it because they're Milanisti, but Franco obviously he's the best. But the New York group has some really good guys. I mean, I've met them now in person twice, maybe 3 times at another game or something. But Giuseppe, Jimmy, Luca, Eric, Frankie, I'm gonna be Derek. I'm definitely gonna forget some people. I mean, they treat you like you're one of them, and obviously David and Angie and Maurizio from Philly and Facebook Frank was there from Toronto. I mean, everyone just treats you like you're family. It's like you've known them forever. I mean, Fabio, I met you last year for the first time, and it was like we already knew each other, So if you're ever on the fence about going, trust me, you won't regret going. You will be welcomed with open arms. You won't regret it.
And there's like it's just nothing but good vibes. It was a great event. Again, they did a great job. And yeah, like you gotta go. Gee, next year, I don't care, Gio. We will set up a GoFundMe, whatever the hell we need to do. We'll hire you a babysitter, whatever we need, brother, to get you over here. We'll call your aunt directly and say, listen, you gotta watch both babies, and we need them for at least a whole 24 hours. So we can get you at the Puma store before, so you can yell and scream at a couple of people inside the store. But all right, so speaking of apparel. Let's go to our shirt of the week. Gio, this is your segment. What happened? What happened?
Fabio, you forgot the Brioski of the week, man. Was Fabrizio Romano's tweet saying that Allegri is keeping his job, man. We get to see that BS team keep on BSing. Man, that's what I like, man. That was the best tweet ever, man. Allegri is still in charge. Confirmed. Good. Here we go.
Let him stay there the whole 5-6 years, whatever he's on contract for. Let him ride it out, baby. But all right, so let's get to our shirt of the week, Gio. Who are you repping? What you got? Talk to us. Let's go. Hold on. Let me give you a little FaceTime here. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Hold on. Hey, there you go. What do you say? What it is?
It's the Milan Club Sydney, man. They've been there, founded in 2012, which was crazy to see, but by Daniel, I can't pronounce their name, but yeah, they're in Sydney, man. And right here, man, we love the kangaroos and all this thing. It's always cool, man. Like I said, Milan Club World, well, is it world? Yeah, it's worldwide. Milan Club World, to support any of the Milan clubs, everybody's a good person, a lot of good community on Twitter too. So if you want to just go support them, and if maybe you're in a state or in a city that doesn't have a club and you could want to be an honorary member like I am, so it is what it is, man. Just go support them, and they got a cool design. Look, they put they're in Australia, they got a lot of kangaroos out there, and they put a kangaroo in a Milan shirt. So it is what it is, man. So give them a follow, man. They've been out here since 2012, which is a pretty long time. A lot of clubs, besides New York and Philly, but a lot of clubs that I've seen there started like 2017. So just give them a follow. If you're ever on a tourist vacation out there in Sydney, go grab a couple beers and chill with the club.
Yeah, we have a lot of followers in Australia, man. Those are some troopers, man. Guys waking up early in the morning, 3-4 o'clock to watch a soccer game. I mean, definitely troopers watching it at work, hiding and stuff. So definitely shout out to them. Shout out to Milan Club Sydney. But yeah, they are our shirt of the week. So we always do that. We like to give a little love, whatever club, whatever area we can, because it's super important that the clubs are out there. They're getting support. So if you're in an area that maybe you feel like, damn, man, I got to watch at home every week, and I wish I look out there, go to Twitter. I know Twitter's a cesspool, but there's good people out there. You just got to filter through all the bullshit out there. But there's always a club that you can get to, somebody you can talk to so you can hang out, go to a bar. And those are the best experiences, to feel the ebbs and flow of the game with other people that care about the game as much as you do. So, yeah, shout out to Milan Club Sydney. All right, so we're almost at the end of our show. We're 120 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes in, so we're getting wild here. I know Gio's sweating for whatever Kershaw's doing over there on the Dodgers, but let's go. We got our parting shots here. So if you don't have an alcoholic beverage, now is the time to get it, baby, because this is what we do. We talk it. Let me put my music on. Gio, come on. You don't let the guests go first, so rock it up, baby. Let's go. What's your parting shot, and what are you drinking? Come on. Talk to me, baby.
I'll finish my drink, man. I was drinking that Japanese whiskey like I always. Look at these guys from Tinder again. Look at these guys from Tinder. But my parting shot is, man, just let's pick ourselves up as a team, and like I said, we the fans, we're gonna push these guys to like new ways, man. Like I said, we have a great fan base around worldwide, and we just got to pick up the team, let them know that we're backing them, and let's get these 3 points. Just keep behind pace for all these teams that have started
Did you say keep from behind? You
Yeah.
set the algorithm.
You know, but I mean, it is what it is, Fabio. Just join any club you can and just
Milan
enjoy
Club
with a full
Tinder.
bunch of brothers.
Yo, do not swipe left on Milan, baby. Let's go. All right, Mark, what's your parting shot, brother? Talk to us.
All right, my parting shot.
Party, bro?
Once upon a time in 2019, my president, Nick, got together with one other guy. He wanted to get a Milan club started up in Boston. It's 2022 now. We got a strong group, a strong core. Every week, we're surprised by the numbers that we get. It's getting bigger and bigger. You know, Milan Club New York City, Philly, Toronto, Montreal, they helped us. They spread the word. So I'm going to pay it forward. If you are on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, seek out Milan Club Orlando, Milan Club Phoenix, Milan Club Cleveland, Milan Club Miami, Milan Club Detroit. Search for these clubs, retweet them, repost them, comment on them, spread the word. If you have any friends, do you know I met someone at 4040 Club who lives in the next town over who had no idea that Milan Club Boston existed. He had to travel to New York City to find out that we existed. Unacceptable. Spread the word. This is the best community in the world, the best fans in the world. Let's get everyone together. Again, I said it already. Milan Club Orlando, Detroit, Cleveland, Miami, Detroit, Chicago. They're smaller groups. They're trying to get more people together. They're trying to get startups and meetups. Spread the word. Share their stuff. Let's put them on the map. Come on.
I love it, baby. That's the love. That's what we hear about. That's what we're all here about, baby. Salute to everybody out there. Woo! That shit is hot fire. Oh, my Lord. Anything is possible, baby. Listen, people. I'll tell you here and I tell you straight, all right? As demoralizing these two losses are, like we said earlier, we are not out of it. Our Champions League dream is not done. As long as there is breath, we will fight to the end. And next time we get on that field on a Tuesday or Wednesday night, Milan's going to come and we're going to set this game straight, get ourselves back on track, and make sure we get to the round of 16 because that's what one of our goals in the beginning of the season. And that's all that matters, guys. Do not be let down. We are on a road and we are on an upward trajectory and we are going where we need to go. We are Scudetto champions. Don't ever forget about it, all right? Campioni dell'Italia. And nobody is going to take it away from us until the end of May if they're going to. But I don't believe they're going to because I said it earlier. We go in Drake, baby, back to back, all right? So listen. Make sure you're live. Make sure you're always here with us on Wednesday because we will not stop. This is season 2. Commercial. Let me cut that off. My music ran out. I apologize. Listen, guys, every Wednesday night we are here. Me and Geo always got you on lock. That's our show pretty much. Want to thank Mark for joining us here. Mark, it's a pleasure always having you, man. Thank you for chilling on the weekend. Me and Geo appreciate everything. You're making your time to come on the show with us. Thank you for the scarf. Looks great. It's not a Vinny scarf collection yet, but I'm on my way. But yeah, thank you for joining us, man. Just big shout out to Milan Cup Boston. Even when Mark was in the city, Boston still had like 20, 30, 40 people strong in the bar. So there's tons of people out there. Make sure you're there. Go see it. Go visit the bar. Say what up to Mark. Tons of shirts and everything else, scarves that you can buy. Just Mark, any last words you want to say, bro?
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Anytime you need anything, just let me know. Geo, keep an eye out for something in the mail. No, if you ever need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. And thank you for being here with us. We really appreciate it. Guys, if you're still with us, just want to say, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Please subscribe to our channel. Make sure you're always there because every Monday and Wednesday night, we're constantly pushing out stuff. I'm sure Sunday we're going to have a Patreon special and Vinny is available. We'll probably do that, so we'll have something. And then back on Monday night, Vinny and Steve will be there, possibly with Jan. Jan's a busy man. The intern can do whatever he wants whenever he's free. You know, when Presidente is such a strict
Magic City.
You know, he might be in Atlantic City. He might be doing. You never know what he's going to be doing. But yeah, so definitely don't miss them on Monday night, and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're always updated with everything. Gio, any final words? How the Dodgers doing? We're looking all right now.
Nah, we're not looking good, Fabio, but it is what it is. You know, stress levels until the end of the year. But just the love in the whole community in Milan, man. It's so dope, man. So just go support your local club, and like I said, Milan Club World, and just go and basically, if you want to represent one of the clubs, you know, buy one of the shirts.
Yeah,
That's
shout
all I
out
gotta
to
say.
Milan Club Tinder. That's the new club. It's off the hook. So if you're trying to look for that special someone, Milan Club Tinder.
We got a new shirt coming, Milan Club Tinder. There it is.
Guys, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you watching. Hit the like button again if you haven't. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday night at 10. Ovunque e sempre.
Forza
Milan.
Milan. Ciao, guys.